find a position that feels completely comfortable, a position where your body can finally let go, releasing all of its burdens. And now, just allow your eyes to gently close without any effort at all, simply letting your eyelids feel heavy and slowly drift shut, closing out the world outside and opening up the quiet space within your own mind. Now, take a slow, deep breath in, feeling the cool, fresh air travel through your nose, filling your chest. And then, very slowly, breathe out, feeling your body soften, sinking a little deeper into the comforting support of the surface beneath you. With every breath out, you release a little more of the day's thoughts, of the day's worries, leaving behind only a growing sense of stillness. Notice the gentle weight of your body, the pleasant heaviness of your legs, your arms, your back, feeling completely supported. This feeling of weight is safe. It's grounding, as if the earth itself is holding you, keeping you perfectly secure. And as you sink deeper into this feeling, allow your mind to begin its own journey, a journey to a faraway place, a faraway time where there is only peace and profound quiet. Imagine now that the space around you is slowly beginning to change. It's no longer your familiar room, but instead a shore of soft sand beneath your feet. You can feel the fine, warm grains giving way slightly under your heels. The air around you has become crisp and clear, carrying an ancient scent, the smell of damp earth, of fresh water, and of the vast desert at night. You are standing on the bank of a great river, the legendary Nile, under a perfectly clear night sky, a sky filled with millions of stars, glittering like diamonds, scattered across a bolt of black velvet. Just before you, a small wooden boat drifts gently to the shore. It's not large, just big enough for a private, quiet journey. A silent figure stands at the stern, your boatman for the night, who says nothing, but gives a slow, gentle nod of welcome. You step onto the boat, feeling a slight, gentle rocking for just a moment before it settles. Steady and balanced on the water, you find a comfortable place to rest, among soft linen cushions, and the boat silently pushes off from the shore, beginning its voyage down the peaceful, flowing current. And now, you are truly adrift, floating on a river of time. The wooden boat glides across the water's surface so smoothly it makes almost no sound, only the gentle lapping of water against the hull, a soft, rhythmic whisper, steady and deeply comforting. The night air drifts across your skin, cool, fresh, and clean, washing away any lingering fatigue. Everything around you moves slowly, so very slowly, as if time itself has decided to slow its pace. A full round moon hangs high above, casting a soft, silvery light. Like liquid silk, it lays a shimmering path across the flat, calm surface of the river, a path of light that stretches from the far-off horizon all the way to where your boat is now floating, and you feel as though you are traveling on a liquid galaxy ethereal, and deeply peaceful. The night sky of ancient Egypt is different. It is impossibly clear and deep. You can see countless stars, more than you have ever seen before. They don't just twinkle, they seem to radiate a quiet, ancient energy, bearing witness to the flow of history for thousands of years. The boat continues its gentle journey, moving along the riverbank, where thickets of papyrus reeds grow in abundance. In the moonlight, they look like the giant brushes of the gods, silently painting soft strokes against the canvas of the sky. The breeze sighs through them, making the leaves rustle, a soft, whispering sound, like the earth breathing. Here and there, among the reeds, you can see large lotus blossoms that have closed their petals for the night, resting in a deep slumber, waiting for the first light of dawn to awaken once more. Their sweet, pure fragrance still lingers in the air, a scent that is both delicate and deeply soothing. You gaze toward the shore, and small riverside villages appear, and then slowly recede into the distance behind you. They are just small, warm points of light, flickering gently in the vast darkness. The light comes from small oil lamps placed inside homes made of mud and straw, creating a feeling of peace and intimacy. There is no noise, no hustle and bustle. It seems that everyone in the villages is already deep in sleep. You can imagine their simple dreams of a bountiful harvest, of the gentle Nile that always brings life. Everything is enveloped in an almost absolute quiet. Only occasionally do you hear the faint, distant bark of a dog, a sound that doesn't disturb the peace, but instead makes the immense space feel even more serene. The boat drifts on, and you see a few other small fishing boats moored near the bank. On board, fishermen work in silence, casting their nets into the river with a practiced, gentle grace. No wasted movements, no unnecessary sounds, just the quiet swish of the net as it cuts through the water and then sinks in patient anticipation. Their figures, bathed in the silver moonlight, silent, diligent silhouettes, blend perfectly with the quiet majesty of the river. It is a living painting of the harmony between humankind and nature, a slow, enduring rhythm of life that has continued just like this for millennia. You lean back, resting against the soft cushions of the boat, and look up at the starry sky once more. The constellation Orion is perfectly clear, with its familiar three-star belt, along with countless other constellations whose names you do not know. They connect to form strange and wondrous shapes, telling silent, mythic stories to anyone who knows how to listen. You feel so small in the face of the universe's grandeur, but it is not a lonely feeling. It is the feeling of being held, sheltered in the vast, cosmic embrace. All your worries, your anxieties, seem to dissolve into that infinite space. They become insignificant and no longer matter. The boat continues its aimless journey, and in the distance, on the horizon, you begin to see familiar shapes emerge under the moonlight. They rise up like colossal, man-made mountains, perfect geometric forms reaching up from the earth. They are the Great Pyramids, silent and majestic, standing like giant sentinels of time. They are not intimidating. On the contrary, their presence gives you a feeling of stability and permanence. They have stood there through countless moonlit nights just like this one, witnessing civilizations rise and fall. And tonight, they are here, bearing witness to your peaceful journey. A little closer, you can see the dark silhouettes of massive temples. Karnak, the Valley of the Kings. They are just deep shadows against the star-lit sky. You don't need to know their names. You don't need to know their history. You only need to feel the deep stillness and reverence that radiates from these ancient structures. They are sleeping a sleep of millennia, and their silence seems to whisper to you of eternity, of the things that endure beyond the shifting tides of life. Everything is submerged in a respectful quiet. Not a single torch, not a single person, only the moonlight and the desert wind, drifting gently through colossal stone pillars. The river in this section seems even wider, even calmer. The surface is like a massive mirror, perfectly reflecting the night sky, creating a magical illusion, making you feel as if the boat is suspended between two skies, one above and one below. The feeling of weightlessness is more profound than ever. You feel completely light, as if you are simply drifting among the stars. All boundaries between reality and dream, between up and down, have blurred and disappeared, leaving only a feeling of absolute freedom and lightness. You close your eyes for a moment to focus on your other senses. You hear the soft sound of water against the boat, a repetitive, steady rhythm, like the river's own heartbeat. You hear the distant chirping of insects, a symphony of the night, not loud, but deeply melodic. You feel the cool mist on your skin, seeping into every pore, bringing a sense of refreshment and relief. You smell the river, the scent of life, of fertile silt, of aquatic plants, an unmistakable scent, a scent that carries the weight of history itself. When you open your eyes again, the boat has drifted past the great monuments, and now the riverbanks are once again wild and natural. Tall date palms lean over the water, their graceful fronds casting long shadows on the river's surface. Somewhere, in the branches of a tree, an owl lets out a single, deep hoot, and then the space returns to its natural quiet. A large fish suddenly breaks the surface, creating concentric ripples that spread outwards, momentarily disturbing the mirror-like water before it returns to perfect stillness. All of these small details, the sounds, the sights, the feelings, they don't interrupt your relaxation. Instead, they weave a richer, deeper tapestry of experience, helping your mind to stop wandering to thoughts of the past or future, allowing it to be completely immersed in this present moment, this moment of being safe, of being cared for, and of being completely at peace. on the mystical river Nile. The boatman is still there, a quiet and reliable presence. He doesn't need to say a word. His presence alone is enough to make you feel that this journey is guided, that you are being led to a safe harbor. His oar dips into the water with a steady rhythm, creating the softest sounds and small eddies that sparkle in the moonlight. Each stroke propelling the boat forward, gently, deeper into the night, deeper into stillness, and deeper into a state of total relaxation. As you drift further, you feel your body becoming heavier, a pleasant, comforting weight, as if every muscle is letting go completely. Every bit of tension is melting away, dissolving into the water of the river. Your mind, too, becomes light and clear. Thoughts come and go, like clouds drifting across the sky. You don't hold on to them. You don't judge them. You simply watch them float by and disappear into the vastness, leaving behind a clear and peaceful space in your mind, a space as wide and open as the night sky above, and the boat just drifts and drifts on a river with no beginning and no end, a river of eternal peace. And then you begin to notice a very subtle shift in the boat's movement. It's no longer gliding forward with the same momentum. Its speed is decreasing slowly, so very slowly. The boatman has skillfully guided you away from the Nile's main current, steering you into a smaller tributary, a quiet inlet, sheltered by dense thickets of reeds. The space around you seems to change as well. This channel is narrower, and the foliage on both banks is thicker, creating a feeling of being sheltered, of being gently held by nature. It feels as though you are entering a secret sanctuary, a place completely hidden from the outside world. The moonlight still finds its way here, but it filters down through the leaves, creating a magical, shimmering pattern of light that dances on the water's surface and on the floor of the boat. The sound of the water lapping against the hull is even softer now, more gentle, because the current here is almost non-existent. The boat is now just drifting on its own momentum, moving with an incredible slowness. You can hear more clearly the rustling of leaves in the breeze, the whispering of the reeds on the bank, and the chorus of insects seems to grow closer, more intimate. The grand symphony of the night has become a soft, warm lullaby. Your boatman gently lifts his oar from the water, and the familiar, rhythmic sound of rowing ceases. A deeper silence settles over the space, a silence you can almost feel. It is not empty, but full of the quiet, unseen life unfolding all around you. The boat drifts freely for a few final moments before it softly nudges against a gentle, sloping bank and comes to a complete rest. It's a very light touch, making no sound, just a quiet confirmation that the journey on the water has come to a temporary end. You remain resting in the boat, and you don't have to move. You don't have to do anything at all. This is your destination for the night. A small, still lagoon, perfectly peaceful. The water here is as smooth as polished glass, offering a flawless reflection of the moon and the thousands of stars above. You look down at the water and feel as if you are floating above a starry abyss, a feeling that is both magical and incredibly safe. All movement has stopped. All that remains is the very gentle, subtle bobbing of the boat as it rests on the water, a stationary rocking, like being held in the softest cradle, lulled by tiny ripples you cannot see with your eyes, but can feel with your whole body. A gentle, rhythmic, swaying, deeply, deeply relaxing. The air here feels even fresher, even cooler. The scent of night-blooming lotus is more pronounced, mingling with the smell of damp earth and green plants, creating a natural aromatherapy that soothes the soul. You take a deep breath, letting that scent fill you completely, carrying peace into your very core. You listen, and you realize the silence here is special. There is no sound of the river's current, no sound of the oar, only the most delicate sounds of nature, the gentle chirping of crickets, the distant mellow croaking of frogs, the tiny splash of a small fish feeding at the surface. All these sounds blend together, creating a soft, gentle lullaby, the earth's own lullaby, sung for time immemorial. The boatman has now sat down at the stern. His silhouette is as still and silent as a statue. He doesn't disturb you. He is simply there, a quiet guardian, watching over your rest. His presence provides a feeling of absolute security, allowing you to let go of all your defenses and permit yourself to relax more completely than you have in a very long time. The sky above remains a masterpiece. The Milky Way is a breathtaking swath of light across the heavens, ethereal and majestic. An occasional shooting star streaks across the dark canvas, a brief, brilliant flash of light, and then it's gone, leaving you with a soft sense of wonder. You don't need to make a wish. You can simply witness the beauty and let it fill your mind. The story of the journey down the river is gently drawing to a close. The images of the villages, the pyramids, the fishermen, they begin to fade, giving way to the absolute stillness of this lagoon. They don't disappear completely, but they settle, becoming a part of this peaceful memory, part of the beautiful dream you have just lived. All that is left is you, the boat, and the quiet night, the feeling of being held by the water, the cool touch of the air, and the timeless, starry sky. Everything has become purely and simply what it is. There is nothing left to analyze and nothing to think about, just a state of peaceful being, a quiet presence in the heart of ancient nature. Your mind is now like the surface of this lagoon, perfectly still, with no ripples, simply reflecting the beauty of the cosmos. And now, there is only peace, a quiet, endless peace as you drift and float on this lake of consciousness. This gentle, rocking sensation is lulling you, carrying you further and further away, away from thoughts, away from the feelings of in your body. You are gently sinking now, sinking down into a soft, warm space, like sinking into a comforting cloud. Nothing can disturb you here. Nothing can reach you. There is only safety and stillness. Just allow this floating feeling to support you and to guide you into a deep and peaceful sleep. Just let yourself drift and drift. No effort, no thought, just letting go and sinking down, down into a deep, deep sleep.